welcome to a new episode of The Real Movie Critics. Real reviews by real fans. And again, kids, don't adjust your sets. We actually have Vasquez in studio. Just kidding. It's Scuba cosplaying as the most badass woman besides Ripley in the movie we're about to review.
I mean, it doesn't hurt that my last name's Vasquez, so, you know.
I mean, yeah, that's fair.
It fits
They do gender-swapped fucking cosplays all the time, so why not?
That is a fair. It is Comic-Con week, so
It is.
Totally makes sense. A lot of shit has dropped. They've been talking about Spaceballs 2, the new one. Did y'all see
the plan they have until like 21, 34,
Yeah.
whatever the fuck it was?
I thought that was the funniest. I mean, you know what? They're doing their homework. It's fucking funny.
Mm-hmm.
And we got to see Rick Moranis. I haven't seen him in ages, and he's at Comic-Con for the first time wearing the Lord helmet. I thought that was kind of
cool. For Lord helmet.
We'll definitely have to review that next year before the sequel comes out. We'll definitely have to put that on the list of movies to talk about. But we're not here to talk about Spaceballs or Comic-Con. This week, we're talking about a movie that these two gentlemen love. I have reservations about. Did my reservations change? We'll find out about half an hour from now. But that being said,
I love the look on his face right now. That's
what reservations could you possibly have about one of the greatest fucking movies ever made?
No shit.
No CGI. 100% practical effects. Great fucking story that ups the fucking stakes from the first movie.
Yeah.
What is there to hate?
Well, we'll get to that. We're not jumping to the end here. We're not skipping to the end of the page. We'll be talking about the movie Aliens, premiered July 14th, 1986, directed by James Cameron, and the story was by James Cameron, Dan O'Bannon, that's a fucking fun name, Ronald Shutchum, sure. David Giler, Walter Hill, with a budget of $18.5 million. Opening weekend is $10.1 million with a box office of $131.1 million. So it did okay. It was successful.
See, that's weird. When I looked up how much money this movie made, it said $131.1 million to $183.3 million. It wouldn't give. Yeah, that's what I said.
That's like a thigh gap. It's kind of
it's weird.
Our starring cast. Of course, we have Sigourney Weaver returning as Ellen Ripley. We have Michael Biehn coming back or starring as Corporal Dwayne Hicks. Why does he always play a soldier? In every movie we've ever seen him in, he's typecasted, and he always dies. Or does he? Well,
we'll find out when we review part 3.
Yeah.
Never.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough. Bill Paxton as Private Hudson. He should be called Crybaby because he cries the entire fucking movie.
Game over, man. Game over.
Pussy. See, Lance Henriksen as Bishop.
Henriksen.
Whatever.
The fuck?
How'd you say it?
Henriksen.
Dude.
Henriksen. Okay. I may have a typo over here. That's okay.
He's never seen Pumpkin.
How do you call yourself a movie fan? A real movie. Motherfucker. God damn.
I have a typo. Fuck off. As Bishop, the synthetic life form in the movie. Jeanette Goldstein as Private Vasquez.
My future great-great-great-great-great-granddaughter.
Paul Reiser, Carter Burke. What a douchebag. Yeah. I skipped one. Carrie Henn as Newt. They turned him into a newt. Colette Hiller as Corporal Farrow. Mark Rolston as Private Drake. And Al Matthews as Sergeant Apone. Pretty good cast. Again, Bill Paxton, what a bitch. I expect more out of my Marines. I really do.
Yeah, but you know what? He is the great comic relief in this movie.
Oh, agreed, 100%. 100% agree with that. Now, I'm going to pass the reins over to the Psycho Nerd for the fun facts and cameos.
Well, there's not much going on with the cameo corner this week, as pretty much everybody who's in the movie has more than the scene, so that doesn't really count for cameos. But facts out the wazoo. But I'm going to start this with a quick trivia question for the two of you, and I expect Scuba might do pretty well in this. How many actors that are in Aliens are either in Terminator or T2, and you get extra points if you know which roles they played?
All right, so obviously Bill Paxton is in fucking Terminator. Michael Biehn, obviously.
Yeah. Jeanette Goldstein plays the stepmother of Connor.
Yeah. She's in Terminator as well.
Very okay.
That's all I can think of.
That's all I can think of too.
That's all you can think of?
Who are we missing?
Yet, I thought I wrote that down. I thought I was going to memorize this, but I just woke up and I've had no coffee. Damn, I already dropped the ball. I am terrible. I suck. Well, you know what? There is one more, and I'm trying to remember what it was, but yeah, it'll come back to me. But yeah, you got 3 out of the 4, so that's pretty good.
Okay, that's fair.
So apparently, James Remar was supposed to play Hicks in the film until he was replaced by Michael Biehn. Anybody know why?
Scheduling conflicts?
Apparently, he was busted for drugs and got kicked off the project after being on for about 2 weeks. So yeah, he was going to be Hicks originally. So that would have been a much different movie as far as I'm concerned.
Oh yeah, big time.
Sigourney Weaver got a Best Actress nomination for Aliens, something that was very unheard of at the time.
Very unheard of.
And let's see, James Horner composed the soundtrack, who actually had a pretty extensive career.
Wrath of Khan and Search for Spock.
There you go.
As a matter of fact, if you listen to certain parts of the movie, you hear the same rhythm you hear in 3 when you have the Klingons. It's almost the same rhythm. That was the first thought of my mind.
A lot of times, though, composers will reuse
Yeah.
some of the music and stuff that they've
Or the
used in other
harmonies,
films.
yeah.
Look at Henry Manfredini. If you pay attention to some of the movies he scored, it's literally stuff from Friday the 13th.
But yeah, he apparently he did more than 160 film and TV productions before he passed away in 2015.
Yeah.
May he rest in peace. Now, you did mention Wrath of Khan, but he also did stuff such as Willow. He did Braveheart, The Mask of Zorro, one of my favorite movies of all time, and one of the greatest movies of all time, Titanic.
Ugh.
I know how much he hates Titanic, but he actually won 2 Academy Awards for Titanic: Best Original Song, Best Original Dramatic Score. Thank you very much.
Okay.
And Lance Hendrickson was the 4th actor. Who did he play in one of the Terminator?
Oh, he was one of
films?
the cops in the first one.
Shit, yeah, he was.
Yeah,
Holy
he was
fuck, yeah.
He was the cop that was from the captain from Star Trek 2. Yeah.
Yep, that's correct.
But like I said, to go one step further, Paxton was in Predator, Terminator, and Alien.
Very true.
Yep.
And you know, it's funny, despite the success of Alien, it took years for the sequel to get made because of several factors. There was, due to lawsuits, a lack of enthusiasm from Fox. Hey, Fox, how are you enjoying all the residuals from the merchandising for Star Wars? How's that working out for you?
Well, see, here's the thing, though. Fox was, like you said, Fox is notorious for not believing in projects, and they do really well. They didn't have any faith in Star Wars.
No.
Which is why Lucas was like, I'll do the merchandising rights. And Lucas made billions, not millions, billions of dollars of merchandising.
And constant management changes didn't help the factor either. So even though he was experienced, Cameron was hired to write a story in 1983 originally on the strength of the scripts for both The Terminator and Rambo First Blood Part 2. That one I did not know.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. But the project still got stalled for a while, mostly because he had to finish Terminator. But ultimately, it was the new Fox executive Lawrence Gordon, who wanted to do a sequel. So we can thank Mr. Gordon for giving us Aliens. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Mr. Gordon.
Thank you, sir.
A couple more. Development was actually a little bit rough due to conflicts with Cameron and the British crew at Pinewood Studios. Apparently, it was over tea.
Lucas had the same problem with Star Wars. They take a tea break. That's 100% legit. Yeah.
It's tea time.
It's
We're
time
not
for
walking
tea,
right
y'all.
now. It's time for tea.
We got tea and crumpets, y'all. Let's take some tea. You want one lump?
I
or
like
2?
scones with my tea.
Oh,
Now,
you're just
to
a
be
wanky,
fair-
cheeky bastard now, aren't you?
Fuck off, cunt.
Our horrible British accent.
Yeah, well. Now, to be fair, though, there are fun facts out the wazoo that I could have gone with this. They just keep going and going. And I don't know about your copy, Scuba, but on this one, it's got Mother Mode, which lets you see factoids throughout the entire film
badass.
for all the films, which is awesome.
It does not. I don't think it does, but the box set definitely it has a completely separate disc with nothing but special features on it.
Fucking A. I love it. I love that.
Yep. 2 consecutive Blu-ray discs, and they're fucking loaded.
Nice.
Loaded.
So they've been
But
smoking.
the last fun fact I'm going to go with, I actually think is hilarious. Bishop's Countdown, the epic song that plays when Bishop is getting him out of Dodge.
Yeah.
That score was reportedly used in over 24 different movie trailers over the years, including Misery, From Dusk Till Dawn,
Damn.
Lake Placid, Minority Report, and hilariously enough, Alien 3. How do you like them apples? You hate that, don't you,
I don't
Scuba?
like that last apple. That last apple's rotten as fuck. I absolutely hate that fucking movie so goddamn much.
Dude, they ruined it in the first 5 minutes. It takes
And not
me out
even
of
the
it
first
completely.
5 minutes, like the
You know
first
what?
2.5 minutes that movie's
Okay.
fucking ruined.
Now,
Okay,
y'all are
that's fair.
saying that.
We're not
now-
reviewing it. I will
Now I
not.
want to watch it.
You can watch it all you want, but I'm not reviewing it. I reviewed it on Goremore.
Oh
I'm not
God,
reviewing it again. It had potential.
it did.
It
Yep.
did, and they shit it away in the first 2.5 minutes of the
Well,
movie.
see, I was when I was doing some last minute changes on the just making sure I had the cast right. Obviously, I didn't check typos, duh. But I was reading about Alien 3, and I was reading about it. And I'm going, what the fuck? I mean, apparently there's a mother face hugger that got in somehow, and just I'm like, this doesn't make any sense. This is stupid.
No, it doesn't. It makes no sense whatsoever.
Zero. Are you looking something
No
up,
sense
Scuba?
at all.
No, I'm just disappointed
you're-
that we're talking about that shitty movie and not this awesome movie.
But you know what? I'm going to throw this out there as well. Did you know, Scuba? You might know this. There are lots and lots of similarities between the story elements of Aliens and Them that came out in 1954, I believe it is. A movie about giant ants. No?
No,
Never seen it.
Oh,
no
wow.
idea.
Okay. That's actually a more famous B movie from the 50s, and essentially they both movies deal with a hive-based queen threat, knowledgeable female expert initially ignored by authorities, as we see in this film, and a traumatized orphan child. So a lot of similarities between
Interesting.
that one and this one.
Well,
So-
I don't feel that Ripley was ignored per se. They fucking knew. The company fucking knows.
Of course they know. They know what's
So
going on.
it's not that
assholes.
that she's being ignored.
It's all about money.
They're purposely fucking just no, it's fine. It's fine. It'll be fine, Ripley. You're going as a consultant.
People are
It's
expendable.
fine. You have this team of badass Marines. They're space Marines. They're trained for this kind of shit.
No, they're not. Not for this.
Yeah, clearly not there. No.
This
I'm gonna
is,
take this. I'm gonna take this movie a step further, and Psycho will understand what I'm saying. Though I never played it, not a lot anyway. The very end of the movie reminded me of the very end of Super Metroid, I believe it is, where you have to get out, everything exploding. You got to take out the mother brain, and then you got to get out before the whole place goes up. I was watching this, going, "This is fucking Metro." Of course, this came out before Metroid. I think Metroid came out in '87.
True, but Metroid is very heavily influenced by the original Alien. So very
And I
heavily
guess Ripley
influenced.
is Samus Aran, I guess, if you want to be
In a
technical like
manner
that.
speaking.
Okay. I got that name right, Samus Aran.
Yep, that's what I named one of my new cats,
Oh my
Samus.
God,
We have a
you
Samus
didn't.
running around the house.
Okay, fun facts cast is out of the way. Again, you gentlemen have seen this movie more times than you probably care to count. This was number 2 for me.
when was the first time you watched it?
I honestly
Yeah, it's a
do
good
not
question.
remember. That's how long ago it was.
That's fair.
And it didn't, again, maybe I was drinking when I watched it because I don't remember shit. I remember Paxton being a bitch. I remember that. Remember Vasquez and the other guy that's from Shawshank, they were like buddy tight like that. I didn't remember the lieutenant being like green. Like, how many combat does he have done? 2. And that includes this one. Like, fuck. Wow.
But that just goes to show that they were expendable from the get-go.
Yeah, they were.
They didn't bring in the best of the best as far as team leaders for the
Mhm.
fucking team. You know what I mean? Like,
Yep.
granted, our core members of the Space Marines, they're all fucking badasses. You know what I mean? They are, but they were meant they were being led to the slaughter.
They really were.
The corporation just wanted to make sure that what they wanted was still there, and that was the plan from the fucking get-go. Even sending the planet to be colonized.
You know, I thought about that. Yeah.
Like they knew what was there. But
Yeah.
I saw this movie before I ever saw Alien.
Okay.
So
That's valid.
this was 86, so I was 4 when this movie came out. I probably didn't watch it till maybe 87, 88, but I watched this one first and I fucking loved it. There was just something about it that just drew me in and I was excited. And so I'm like, I'm going to watch Alien. I thought it was boring. I thought the first one was boring compared to this one. It didn't hold my attention the way this one did.
Okay.
As an adult, don't get me wrong, I love them both. I love them both equally. They're both great fucking films. But as a kid, this one stuck out to me more. Maybe because that era was the era of G.I. Joe. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so these Space Marines are very, very fucking G.I. Joe.
Yeah.
You know? And so as much as a horror movie. I put it in quotation marks because it's really not horror.
Nah.
This one isn't. The first one is.
First one is, for
The
sure.
first one is 100% horror. This is more of an action, sci-fi, horror-esque film.
Yeah.
And from the get-go, you know, it starts off in that silence space, you know, and that's like the key thing. That was the tagline for the fucking OG movie anyways. In space, no one can hear you scream, you know? And so it could have started different, but to start off with the ship just fucking drifting and then being pulled into another ship, you're like, what the fuck is going on?
Yep.
Because we all know Ripley set off, drift into space, was supposed to go home. And then we find out, guess what? You've been drifting into space this whole fucking time. Your daughter's dead. Everybody that you fucking knew before is dead.
Yep.
And now you are the only person from that time still alive.
It's hard
And
not
she
to
pays
feel
the price
sorry
for
for
it
her,
too.
man.
And she pays the price for it. They think she's fucking nuts, even though they know the truth. They needed the scapegoat, and she just happened to be it. My question is, she was suspended in suspended animation for 57 years. Does she get the back pay? That's a lot of money. Seriously.
Probably not.
I would think she
destroyed-
would. She's still working.
She took a multi-million-dollar ship and destroyed it on her own reconnaissance, according to them. So,
Well,
No,
sometimes
it
you gotta make
balances out.
sacrifices. You know what I mean?
yeah, well, I don't think the company sees it that way.
Well, they never watched Star Trek 2. The needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few. Or the
Have
one.
you ever played Alien Isolation?
Which one is that one? Is
The
that
video
arcade
game.
one?
No. Alien Isolation tells the story of Ripley's daughter going and looking for Ripley.
Interesting.
And that the video game ends on such a what the fuck moment. She's drifting off into space.
Daughter?
Her daughter is.
Huh.
The Alien Isolation 2 is coming out. I hope it continues her story. We get to see her be rescued or whatever. But they throw a lot of nods and questions that this movie may have left you with in that video game.
Okay, I got you.
What system is that for?
I believe it was on 360.
That's why.
But
I
they
wouldn't
have it. They have it everywhere now. It's on Steam. It's fucking on Game Pass, like all that shit. So
Okay.
it's a solid game, man. And the story on it is it's a great fucking story.
Did you guys know that the main cast members, all the grunts, they actually went to a week-long kind of boot camp to kind of get to know each other? That way they could have more authentic personalities in the film.
Yeah,
That makes sense. Yeah.
I want to say they did something similar for The Big Chill. If you've ever seen The Big Chill, I want to say they did the same thing where they got all the main actors together for a period of time. They kind of let them get to know each other and kind of let their personalities just kind of, simmer, so to
They
speak.
did that on The Sandlot too. The two main characters, Benny and Smalls. Those two
Smalls.
characters got together 2 weeks prior to filming just so they could build that chemistry together naturally, and it worked.
Yeah, because The Sandlot's freaking awesome.
I feel like Ripley in this movie, I mean, again, it's been a while since I've seen the first one. I don't remember how much of a standout she was in that movie. But in this one, she's not really a reluctant hero, but she's kind of pushed into that role when the fucking Marines are just getting their asses handed to them. And she's like, get them out of there. And the lieutenant's like, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. Get them the fuck out. Jesus Christ. She pretty much
clearly had no clue.
And you see Hudson showing her how to use the pulse cannon, which I thought was cool too. This is pretty much the introduction of the badass Ripley we're going to see in later films, I'm assuming.
Well, I mean, she had to step up in the original film because she was the only one left after the rest of the crew gets killed off. But I don't think she reached the ultimate level of badassery that she does here when she eventually confronts the alien queen trying to save Newt at the end of the films.
With that
one
iconic
of the greatest
line,
lines. I was going to say one of the most iconic fucking lines ever.
Get away from her, you
bitch.
And of course, the alien speaks English, and she's like, "What the?
What's part human?
I'm a little mouth. I'm gonna bite you with my little mouth.
My tiny mouth."
That's hilarious. But you know what's really
hold on,
funny
the
is
alien's
that
part human. What did I catch that? What? That's
Yeah,
what you
obviously
said.
it's part human. It gestates in a human.
Fair. That's a fair point.
yeah, whatever animal it's inside of, it kind of takes a similar form to said creature. Because if it was inside of a dog, it would look more dog-like. There's another reference to Alien 3 for you there, Scuba. Just saying. So
Horrible,
that's usually
shitty
how it
CGI.
works. So
And I guess Cameron did his homework because I guess the other synthetic life form in the first one malfunctioned or glitched. So when she meets Bishop, she's like, keep him the fuck away. Like, she is just straight up, do not get in my way and I won't get in yours. She's very upfront from the very beginning. Stay away.
I really can't blame her after the fact that the original one tried to kill her and, literally was on the verge of killing her, choking her out. So, you know what? I get where she's coming from, but you know what? Bishop is a very likable character in this
He really
movie.
is.
He is, yeah,
Very-
and him and Ash, because that's the synth from the first one, Ash. Ash just felt sleazy from the get go.
Yeah.
From the very first introduction, he did not sit right with me at all. Bishop came off as friendly, came off as caring. And of course, it's been so many years since that model's been active that, of course, they've made upgrades and stuff. And so I love Bishop, dude. Bishop, probably one of my favorite characters in this fucking movie.
And I love at the end of it, he's been torn in half by the Queen. They've which the reference they make in Infinity War. Like, have you seen that old movie Aliens? They kick him out the airlock, and then he's laying there covered in that white ooze, whatever the fuck, probably mortar oil. We don't know. Not bad for a human. Dick, fucking taking a jab. I just saved your fucking life, and you're gonna take a jab. Fuck you. You want to talk about?
Yeah, he saved Newt's life, man. Come on now.
Yeah, he did.
Now, if you want to talk about sleazeballs, let's talk about Paul Reiser's character for a minute, Burke. Paul Reiser is a comedian by trade. He is a comedian. He did do some acting. He was on that show Mad About You, I believe is what it was with.
He was in Beverly Hills Cop also.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. He was in Beverly Hills Cop. So he's a comedian by trade, but whenever he's acting, he takes it to a whole new level. And again, me only seeing this movie one time prior. When he walked in, I'm going, I smell shit. This dude's full of shit. And he was from the very beginning. He was supposed to bring one back so they could study it. Why would you do that? Knowing what they can do.
Because that's what the company wants, man.
The company's fucking stupid.
Yes, they are.
I hate that in Alien Romulus, it just kind of off throws everything that not really everything that happens in part 2, but the fact that they want one to study when they already had one that they studied in between the gap. Yeah. And then you go even further with Alien Earth. They had one to study way back then.
Oh my
so
God.
how does this line up? You know what I mean?
I need to watch that show.
Alien Earth was pretty solid. It was fucking solid.
It just proves a theory that I've had is that people are stupid.
Yeah, people are dumb, dude.
Like, I go back to Man in Black, the first one.
I was just going to say that's the line that comes to mind. A person
is smart. A group of people are dumb, and it's fact. You get one person, they have sane mind, whatever. You get a group of people together and they start to panic. Everybody starts to panic. There's no sanity in a group. Never is, and there never will be. We are fucking stupid. 100%.
Well, you know what's not stupid? The special effects in this movie.
You know what? I was about to say the practical. I think this is what's missing from Hollywood right now. It's the practical effects. They rely too much on CGI.
Because it's too much money and you want to go the easy route. Would you rather have a few people on a computer generating all the shit or pay a bunch of people a shit ton more money to build sets and build this and build that and use puppetry? I'm all for it. I fucking love practical effects. And I feel that my hatred for Alien 3 wouldn't be what it is had they used practical effects. But they give you this
better script.
Even at that though, give me practical effect fucking Xenomorphs. I'm all in. But they didn't do that. They gave you CGI and it was fucking caca.
No, they did not. But I thought it was funny that at one point there's a scene on the planet, the colonized planet, where you can, because they're using like rear projection and whatnot throughout the film, which I really enjoy that. That's I don't think too many people use it anymore. At one point you can see that the curtain or whatever it is they're using starts moving around because the clouds start doing this business. And I'm like, that's fun. That's fun to see. Nice catch. But
I just looked up Alien 3 real quick just to see who directed it. James Cameron is nowhere in it. But then again,
no.
That's right around the time that T2 came out, so he was probably more invested in that than anything else, which is fine. Nothing wrong with that. But again, T2 is probably the first movie that I can remember that had CGI where you're like, whoa, it looked real. And I'm sorry, when the T-1000 passes through the bars, I thought it was a legit real liquid metal dude walking through fucking bars. It looked real. But again, not every movie has the same budget for special effects. I'm talking to The Flash. That movie CGI was horrible. That's how he sees it when he's running. Bullshit. I call bullshit. Well, and I get what Scuba's saying. Practical effects cost more. You have to build the sets. You have to have the practical effects in play. It costs money. It takes time. CGI could take a handful of people and they could do it in 6 months.
Yeah,
versus a
but
year.
practical 9 times out of 10 just looks better. Not to mention all the matte paintings they use in this movie.
Yeah.
Like there's so many of them, and it's like, oh my god, they look good. Like at one point when Ripley is on the ship after they find her, you see Earth. That's a fucking matte painting with a whole bunch of little things in front of it to sell the
effect.
you know, it's like sell the effect, and it still looks good.
Hell,
as
even
far as
Star
I'm
Wars
concerned.
has matte paintings in it, you know,
Fuck
when
yeah, it
Obi-Wan's
does.
turning off the tractor beam. That's a giant matte painting.
Not to mention inside Bespin, Cloud City,
Yeah.
that whole entire thing. Yeah, that's a matte painting for
Yeah.
sure. It looks
Very
great
detailed.
after all these years. Yeah.
I think that's part of the, you know, we've talked about this before, but people are just not going to the theaters anymore. And it could be the lack of magic, the lack of originality. But then again, also movies that just came out maybe 2 months ago, Mandalorian and Grogu, Master of the Universe, and now Supergirl, they're already going to streaming services after a month and a half, 2 months. So it's like, I'll wait till it gets on streaming. But people had the same mentality on video. I'll wait till it gets to video, but they had to wait longer to see said movie.
Mhm.
So
a lot longer. Back then, I remember a movie hit theaters. You didn't see it on TV until maybe like a year later.
Yeah,
It was
even that.
way different back then.
Yeah.
Way different. It's on the new movie's on HBO. Let's check it out. Let's go. Come on.
I
Been
mean, that's
forever
the
since
same
I've seen
thing
this
though,
movie.
too, you know, and they would always do those HBO free weekend preview thingies where you have it for a weekend, you kind of check it out and go, ooh, I may have to get this. Is there anything else y'all want to add? Again, this is my second time seeing it. Y'all have seen this more than I have.
Dude, I have seen this movie so much, dude. Like, I could sit here and just talk about it, but no, man, it's one of those movies that is, if you have a friend that is not into this type of movie or has never seen something that is sci-fi and you want to get them hooked, this is what you fucking show them. This is where you start them, because at that point, everything else is going to disappoint them.
Well, I mean,
I see.
that's fair because I didn't see Alien until later on in life, personally. I mean, I know I saw bits and pieces like the famous chest burster scene, especially when they made fun of it in Spaceballs. But I water my ass. Get this guy some Pepto-Bismol.
Not again. And it was the same actor, by the way.
Yeah, it was. But on this one, you know what? Let's give some love to Newt because she managed to survive after everybody else on the colony gets killed off, and somehow she manages to survive with like underneath the ground and whatnot. And it's like, wow, how the hell did you manage that shit?
And I love that Ripley points that out. She points that out, and they're like, "Well, what are we supposed to do? Follow the kid? Put the kid as the leader?"
Yeah,
100%. She knows how these fucking Xenos work more than Ripley does.
Yeah, she was there.
She was doing pretty fucking well before you guys. Yeah, she was doing pretty well before you guys showed up. So, come on.
Mostly.
And that's because the actress didn't do anything else after this. She did not pursue acting after this movie. She did something else with her life.
There is a fun fact that I saw that you didn't go over. And
Bill
Paxton swears a lot in this movie. A lot.
Yeah.
Every time he would swear in front of the actress that plays Newt, he was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry, I'm cussing in front of you." To the point where they would just have her turned around so she couldn't see him cussing. I guess I made it better, I guess. But yeah, he was like, "I'm so sorry. Man, fucking game over, man. I'm so sorry." I mean,
that's hilarious.
And it's to me, almost the entire crew gets wiped out in a matter of seconds. Just boom, they're gone. They figure out we have turrets that set them up, and they just eat those bullets like they're not even there. There are so many of those Xenomorphs coming in that they needed to get off the fucking planet. They had to. And I felt bad for the pilot. I really did, because she's trying to get off, go back to the ship.
Dude.
And then the hugger got her, and then she was fucking toast. Maybe she wasn't wearing the aviator. She would have seen the face hugger.
Yeah, she might have seen it. Yeah.
Maybe. She thought she was Tom fucking Cruise. Maverick, no, bitch, you're Goose. You're fucking dead.
Yeah, you're terrible, man. You're terrible.
I was watching Top Gun Maverick last night, so it was on TV. I caught like the last 30 minutes of it. That's one of those movies you watch no matter where it starts. It's like Shawshank Redemption. I don't care where it's at in the movie. I'll fucking turn it on and watch it. I don't care. But
well, I'll tell you what.
Go ahead.
Now, I'll tell you what, in this movie, it's amazing how when they first get onto the colony, how all the grunts are very confident. Everything seems all hunky-dory. But once they finally come into contact with the Xenomorphs, man, they don't stand a fucking chance. Like you said, they get their asses handed to them. Seriously. And the whole time you've got Ripley kind of stepping up to try to be a mother figure to Newt, which in the extended cut, because it turns out the original theatrical cut of the movie, because they said Fox said it was too long. They're like, yeah, 2.5 hours is not, it's too fucking long. You need to cut it down. So the theatrical cut got rid of everything that involved Ripley's daughter. Like everything with her that was Sigourney Weaver was not happy about this, by the way. She was unhappy because she felt like that story element was essential to the Ripley character of getting to know her and understanding why she is so quick to step up to be, the caregiver, if you will, or to be there for Newt the whole entire time, even going so far as potentially sacrificing herself to go save her from the Queen at the end of the film.
Now, I don't remember the theatrical cut very well, because anytime I watch it, I do watch the extended cut. Is the scene where Newt and her family roll up to the ship and discover extended. That's only in extended, right? That's not in theatrical. Yep. That's what I thought.
Nope. See, that to me makes more, because we see what happens to Newt, and then I'm glad I didn't watch the theatrical cut. I'd be fucking confused right now. Fuck, the longer director's cut makes more sense. Fuck you, Fox. How dare you cut pivotal information from this movie? How dare you? Fuck you. I'm glad you don't own Star Wars anymore.
That's why you ended up in the fucking
the void.
That one place.
The void. Yeah. The void. You're in the void right now, bitch.
You're in the void.
I remember watching that for the first time with Kevin. I took Kevin to go see it the first time, and we see that, and I almost belted out laughing. I was like, "Oh my God, that's hilarious!"
You'll notice too,
so freaking funny.
When Deadpool's on the ground fighting Wolverine, the Secret Wars comic sitting right next to him is the story they're going to use in Secret Wars. Yeah,
go figure.
Fucking A. Well, anything else y'all want to add about Aliens? Again, I will wait till for my grade to give any information. I want y'all to be in suspense until we get there.
If you've never seen this movie, watch it. It is hands down one of the best fucking movies ever made. Like I said, the practical effects are amazing. The story is amazing. The characters are well put together. But don't watch the theatrical cut. Watch the extended cut, because the extended cut has so much more heart to it.
Mm-hmm. It's true.
Ripley's a badass. My daughter has her fucking name as a middle name. One of her middle names is Ripley. So it's just, fuck, dude. It's such a goddamn good movie, man. And I don't even know what else to say, dude. The action is there. The fucking suspense is there. The horror is there. Watch this fucking movie. And I'm pretty sure I don't need to talk to anybody that is a millennial and older, because we've all seen this fucking movie. But anybody that's under millennial that has not seen this movie, you want to watch some good shit, go watch this movie.
And the whole entire sequence with the Queen is awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome.
Fucking
yeah.
Awesome.
And we see her lay a fresh egg while Ripley's watching. We get to see this fucking farm of nothing but fucking face huggers. I'm just like, whoa. It did remind me of Metroid a lot. It really did.
Yeah. Yeah, it really does. Not to mention Contra. Or Super Seed, rather.
Yeah,
because there are actual eggs and face huggers in that game. No bullshit.
That's true.
So, but I gotta say, with that scene with the Queen that I really am intrigued with is that she's there. She's got her flamethrower. She's got Newt with her. She looks at the Queen. They lock eyes with each other, and she gives her a warning with the flamethrower. She shoots it out for a second, like, leave us alone, and we'll back the fuck off, and everybody's happy. But then as soon as Ripley gets within distance, looks around and just says, fuck it. And burns him. And if it wasn't for her doing that, we wouldn't have had that great climax that we got with that famous line that we all love so much. So think about that for just a minute.
I think that's a great segue to move over to Rotten Tomatoes. Now, I will do it.
No, I'm doing it. I know you already know it. You already know what it is, and that's fine. But Psycho, my brother. Now look, I already knew what the Rotten Tomatoes was for this one.
That's fair.
Because we reviewed it for Gore and More.
Fair enough.
So I already knew this one. But I want you to give me your best guess on what these scores are for this. So let's start off with the popcorn meter, which is the meter that we, the fans, give. What do you think?
Well, oh, man, I know this was well received. It made a lot of money, so I'm going to go 80%.
Wrong, my friend. It is 94%. Yes, indeed. Bravo. Now.
Bravo.
Tomato meter, okay? Tomato meter. Critics.
Why
what do you think the critics?
Why do I
you should feel a disturbance in the force for this, because this is fucking rare. This is a rare occasion.
Very
What do you
rare.
think the tomato meter is?
You almost sound positive with that comment there. So shit, 100%.
It is 93%.
Yeah.
Critics
Fuck.
and audience are neck and neck with this movie.
Rare.
Dude, that never happens.
It is
Rare.
so goddamn rare that happens. That's why I was like, fuck you, Zodiac, I'm doing it. It's my
No,
segment now. It's my segment now.
Damn,
It's all
take it
me,
over.
bitches.
Pretty soon it'll be
Game
the River
over,
Critics
man.
for Steve.
Game over.
Game over,
We're on an
man.
express elevator to hell. Going down.
But again, we don't give a fuck about Rotten Tomatoes here at the Real Movie Critics. We want to give our own little take on these movies. So in our little chat, I said, give me some ideas, and eggs came up, which no. Scuba had the idea, power loaders. So to you, Psycho, I say, get away from that review, you bitch. And I've already downloaded the little icon. It's the one I downloaded. It's a loader with Ripley as an action figure inside. It's fucking cool. I'm like,
Nice.
I was like, you know what? That's got to be it. Scuba, this is your segment now. So who do you want to go first? Since
I want you to go first.
I don't have to go first.
I-
I don't go last.
He's calling him out.
No.
He's calling him out.
I
Oh.
want you to go because I already know what mine and Psycho score are. So I want to know how much you're bringing this fucking score down.
Wow. The confidence in the room. I love it. You know what? I'm going to tell you right now. I am not. Again, I've up until recently. Hold on.
Before you finish, just know your score. And I'm not trying to, sway you either way or not. I will give every fucking Star Trek movie that we review a 0. Continue. Continue.
I'm going to say this. We talked about this earlier, that this is not really a horror or a suspense. This is straight up sci-fi with a little bit of horror, not a whole lot, but just a little bit. This is a great cast. I don't know enough about Ripley up until now. And am I going to watch Alien 3? Maybe. I don't know yet. Great fucking cast of characters. Bill Paxton being a little bitch. You have to have the Weasel. You got to have Paul Reiser in the movie. I'm actually just buying time. I literally had a different score up until about 3-4 minutes ago.
Up until 20 seconds ago.
No. I have my hands have been away from my keyboard, but I'm afraid I have some good news.
We got a 5 power loader from the Zodiac. Thank you for not bringing down the score. That means this. Now, Psycho.
What?
I assumed you were going to give it a 5, but before I go on and boast that it is an all-around 5, I feel like I should ask you, are you giving it a 5? Same stipulation.
No. It doesn't apply to him.
Star Trek movie a fucking 0.
Well, let me at least give my reasons for giving it a fucking 5.
Yeah!
A fucking
And I'm
5.
giving it a
Five with a
No
fucking
fucking
five.
doubt. Come on, man. Come on. One of the greatest movies of the fucking 80s, as far as I'm concerned. And I didn't even watch the full movie in the 80s. I only saw like the last 30 minutes of it. That's the only part I remember watching as a kid. That's the part I watched with mom. Loved it. And eventually down the road, I saw the rest of the movie. And you know what? The whole movie kicks ass.
Yeah,
All
it
of
does. It's a
Every
fucking great
damn
movie.
one of it.
So,
Not
ladies
a
and gentlemen,
boring
I would
sequence at
like
all.
to say that we have another perfect 5 movie right here on the Real Movie Critics. Zodiac.
Again, I don't know what the fuck I was. Maybe I was watching the first one. I don't know. Maybe I got confused.
Maybe you were watching Alien 3.
You know what? That's a valid point. That's valid. Maybe this is
But
my
you know
first
what?
time
You know
watching
what?
it.
I fucking know you, and I hate you because you're gonna watch Alien 3 and you're gonna be like, I don't know what you guys are talking about. It wasn't even that bad of a movie. I was entertained the whole fucking time I watched it. The only thing I didn't
I have
agree
never
with
done that before.
was the beginning of the movie. I feel like maybe they shouldn't have done that, but the rest of the movie was great.
I sound nothing like that. How dare you, sir?
I didn't
You
give it
don't have
enough
a lisp.
lisp.
That's why it doesn't
I was
sound
saying
like
I didn't
you,
give it enough lisp.
dick. No, and again, this may have been the first time I've seen this movie. I honestly do not know. But my phone was charging on the nightstand as I was laying in bed watching this movie, and I didn't check my phone one time. I was just focused. To me, that is
a sign of a great movie.
a sign of a great movie. If I'm watching a movie and I'm just like, yeah, let me play some WWE Supercard and something happened, okay, right back. But if my phone is away from me and I'm invested, that tells you everything. Now, granted, in a theater, you kind of can't be on your phone. That can't be a great.
Unless you sit where I sit.
Or we sit. Yeah, we sit right in the front. So again, this was a great fucking movie. I knew certain aspects of it due to, pop culture references, Family Guy, whoever the case may be. I knew Bill Paxton was a little bitch. I knew Ripley's a badass. I will say my favorite version of Sigourney Weaver in any movie is the cleavage-heavy Galaxy Quest. That's all I'm going to say about that.
Dude, she makes a great blonde, for the record.
Yes, she does.
Oh my God, she is all kinds of gorgeous in that movie, for real.
But to be fair, though, I did like Sigourney Weaver in Ghostbusters. She was a great Dana Barrett. But again, we're talking about aliens. This is a great fucking movie, and I will watch it again. I couldn't find it streaming anywhere, and I'm like, we don't have it in the cloud, and I'm like, how the fuck am I gonna? Wait a minute, where's my hard drive? Plugged it into my TV real quick, and sure shit, I have Aliens, but I don't have Alien. So, and it was 2 hours and 41 minutes long. So I'm taking it that was the special edition or the director's cut or whatever the case.
Well, if you saw the stuff with her daughter,
Yeah,
and Newt's family, then you saw the extended cut.
Yeah, for sure.
And again, to me, if I had watched the theatrical release, I probably would not have given it a 5 because I'd have been like, "What the fuck is this shit?"
Don't get me wrong; it's still great. The theatrical cut is still a solid film. The extended cut just adds more to it and rounds out certain aspects of the theatrical cut that felt kind of flat. But the movie's still great.
And George Lucas, it made sense. I don't need to see womp rats walking around the desert when the freaking land speeder's going. Don't need that shit. This one actually made you guys are cringing, but I'm right. Special edition did not need to happen. I'm sorry, it didn't need to happen.
No, but at least there are some elements that actually did work.
That's fair. That is fair.
I mean, did all these things need to happen? No, but did they make the battle at the Death Star and the New Hope better? Yeah, they kind of did.
Not just that. I could have done without Jabba in A New Hope. I liked the idea that it was we would get him later on. We didn't need to see all that. It's a great idea, but we didn't. It definitely takes away the suspense and the mystery of the Jabba character.
Yeah, they just wanted to use that footage that was filmed.
I hear a monkey. I hear a monkey.
She came to tell me, "Daddy, hurry up. We need to go fill up the water bottles."
What are y'all doing?
It's a fill up our 5-gallon water jugs because we have a water cooler.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you do. Okay, that's fair. Well, I guess we'll
hurry up.
Yeah, she's like, "Hurry up, Dad! Tell
Come on, Dad."
Guys, sorry, our producer, our 3-year-old producer's telling us we need to wrap it up. We've gone over time.
This is not the Howard Stern show. We don't have a 3-year-old producer.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's a dig at Howard Stern. I fucking hate Howard Stern. Piece of shit. Anywho, that'll wrap up this review of Aliens. Let's see, I didn't have the list there. Psycho Nerd promotes Aliens. My God, we went to the hidden door.
Did you have to do the head shake with it?
I had to. Dude, I have people that work that do that. I think it's fucking hilarious. Anyway, Psycho Nerd, promote your shit.
Well, you can find my podcast, Psycho Nerd Podcast, on YouTube, or you can just go to my YouTube channel, Repeat Movie Viewer. All the episodes are currently on there, including the return of the Psycho Nerd to my channel. Finally did a video podcast with my boy Dennis talking about all the summer flicks that we have seen. And just for shits and giggles, we talk about American Pie because it was a summer flick once upon a time.
Oh, it was.
Yes, it was.
Didn't you do a Doomsday reaction video as well?
Yes, I did. And frankly, there's a lot of other trailers that have dropped that I need to talk about, including the extended Resident Evil trailer. Scuba, tell me you've seen it.
Bro, yes. And I am stoked.
So, yeah, feel free to check that out. I'm currently working on the next Pete's House episode, so more shit coming.
What's the next Pete's House going to be about? What marathon?
It's actually going to be a lot of different. It's going to be 8 consecutive episodes, all pertaining to the 2024 Fantastic Fest. I'm going back and rewatching all 28 films. Thank you very much.
Fair enough.
There you go.
And again, the link to his description will be in the description down below for the Psycho Nerd. Lord Scuba Cabra, I know, besides Gore and More, is there anything you want to promote?
No, man. All I got going right now is Gore and More, but I would like to shout out my wife's new podcast. She's doing an audio-only podcast now called, she's going to fucking beat my ass if I don't get the name right.
Well, she does anyway.
Yeah, but not when it's not warranted.
But you like it, though.
Yeah, well, yeah, obviously. It is called, my lord, where is it?
Like a mental health thing,
The
right?
Side Quest Tavern on Spotify. I believe she is also getting it on other platforms, but right now it's on Spotify. She decided to do an audio-only podcast. Super proud of her. She's been wanting to do it for a while, and she finally got off her ass and did it. So I'm super proud of her. And it's just a podcast where you just listen to her talk about, mental health, gaming, nerd culture, paranormal shit, bartender confessions. So that's like her little story, her bartender stories that she has going on, things that are going on in service industry. So every episode has different aspects to it. It's not always, we're going to do paranormal here, this or that. No, it's just in general what she's doing. It's like having a conversation with a bartender. You know what I mean?
Whatever's on her mind at that moment.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And
I can do
so
that.
I myself have nothing else going on, but if you could go and give my wife a follow on Spotify. Episodes aren't that long. The first one I think is like 10 minutes. The second one's 18 minutes long. And the second episode starts with a very funny, very shitty story. That's all I'm going to say about that. Go listen to it.
Well,
Peace.
if Laura Scuba sends me the link to the Spotify page, I will put it down in the description below. Make sure you give them the love they deserve, both to Scuba on Gore and More. And I want to say thank you, Mr. Scuba, for shouting out the Real Movie Critics on the Gore and More, because I know I am the side piece. So, and I'm okay with that role. I am okay with that role. He does refer to me as the side piece on the show. I've actually heard it, and I'm just like, well, at least he's buying me dinner before he does all this stuff. So, and again, for us, besides the Real Movie Critics, we also have the Zodiac Podcast. That is your one-stop shop for anything wrestling, AEW, WWE, maybe New Japan. We'll look into that later on down the road. But all of these videos are on our YouTube page, The Real Zodiac Productions. Again, the Zodiac Podcast and the Real Movie Critics are there. You can also find them audio only on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. We are up to 80 subscribers on the Real Movie Critics. Real Zodiac Productions. We're up to 80. Let's get up to 100, guys. We have, looking ahead, the next 2 weeks, we have Spider-Man, the brand new one, coming out next weekend. That'll be our next episode. And then the weekend after that, Mother of God. We go back to Super Troopers 3.
Fucking A.
This one looks like it's going to be better than the second one, because the second one was not that great.
Premise already looks good. So
agreed. It does look good. So I'm looking forward to watching it and talking about it. But again, for the Psycho Nerd and for Lord Scuba Cabra, I am DJ Zodiac. This has been the Real Movie Critics, and that is our final word on today's movie. Again, we reviewed Aliens. Whether you loved it, hated it, or if you fell asleep during this movie, you are just an evil person, by the way.
Check your damn pulse, man. Check your pulse.
If you fell asleep halfway through this movie and woke up wondering what the fuck just happened, we would love to hear your thoughts in the comments section. So make sure you're liking, subscribing, and following the show, and leave us a review wherever you get your podcast from. Until next time, keep the popcorn hot, the drinks cold, and remember, kids, the credits may be rolling, but the conversation is just getting started. We will see you next time.
Penis.
We get the final word!